Hi friends, it's Amanda joining you today for the Altenew Live Your Dreams Scrapbook Collection release and blog hop. And am I excited to share with you today. Just look at this collection. It is so beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Whether you love the bright fuchsia pinks and oranges or the beautiful blues, the softness and the indigo, my favourite. And of course, all the florals that we've come to know and love from Altenew in this collection. So diving straight on into that foliage paper there, and I'm fussy cutting out, of course, all those pretty blues. Just look at that foliage. Everything in this collection appears to have a watercolour wash look to it. So everything, all the patterns look like they've been painted and they're just so gorgeous. So really, really pretty, and certainly after my artist heart. I just adored that paper. Couldn't wait to use it. So perfect for a border trim for my 11-inch square white cardstock that I'm gluing down here. And if you look closely, there you go, you can see I machine stitched a heart onto my page and then went around it about 5 or 6 times really messily. And yeah, so there's my beautiful photograph. You can see why I needed to use the blues today and why that pattern paper border trim is just perfect. And I'm just going to layer those fussy cut foliage pieces around my heart. And the reason I decided to machine stitch and not perhaps draw in pencil and add a watercolour base like I often would is because this collection has that gorgeous watercolour appearance to it. I just felt that adding mixed media wasn't going to actually make anything pop or look special, and it was just going to take away from the beautiful collection and papers themselves. So adding texture and a little bit of detailed interest with the stitched lines instead. So it will be subtle, but as you can see from my photograph, this is a very delicate, elegant, sweet photograph. So I want a nice, clean, pretty look anyway. So really beautiful. So I've just gone around and sort of played with what I think will work for my heart wreath. And I'm just looking through all the chipboard pieces now and picking out some of the things that I think might coordinate beautifully within my heart wreath and design. As you can see, we are spoilt for choice. There are so many pieces in the chipboard stickers. Unbelievable. Just so many, and so many versatile options too. Like there's stuff that would work well for documenting birthdays and celebrations. There's things that would work well for just those more beautiful treasured moments. There's those things you like to cherish, and it's a good mix of elegant and beautiful and bright and fun, and I love that versatility. It's just gorgeous. Look at it, it speaks for itself, just divine. So having lots of fun looking through the ephemera and picking out a few pieces of those. Of course, there's the gorgeous wood epoxy buttons as well. So definitely lots to love in the Live Your Dream collection. Not just pretty papers, lots of gorgeous embellishments as well. So just popping that ephemera away for now. As you can see, lots of lovely bright pieces. I see lots of bright pop colour pages in my future with those ones. But focusing back on my very pretty blue layout for today, just sort of playing around with those chipboard pieces, thinking what might work, what won't work. I do love those 2 large hearts. They serve really well as an anchor into my photo. Look at that. Very pretty. I'll be keeping those for sure. But really, as you can see, it's just a case of play, and really, it's so beautiful already, and no work. Like, how easy has this page just come together from 2 sheets of pattern paper that just perfect, so pretty, and lots of possibilities. I can see lots of other designs just from this one set of papers. Absolutely gorgeous. So just deciding, I do tend to do this a little bit, play around with my embellishments a lot before I will start to glue anything down. But at this stage, I'm pretty happy with how that's looking. So I'm going to take them away. Of course, those gorgeous wood epoxy buttons I'll add after. I think it's time to probably start gluing all those pretty pieces down. I will be using my fine liner glue because, of course, some of those fussy cut pieces are quite delicate, and I want to be able to have a little bit of dimension. I want to fold some of them up. I want to add, lots of bits of foam and things just to give some lift to this page, because it is subtle and it is quite monochromatic. It does need a little bit of lift just so it doesn't get lost. So coming in anyway with my fine liner, as I said, lots of glue along what I would call the stem part of the leaf there, that twiggy bit, and not gluing on the leaves so that I can fold them up and get that bit of dimension. So going to go around just gluing the entire wreath now. So following around my heart. And I'll probably jump ahead in this footage because it's very exciting watching me glue. There we go. Look at that. Very pretty. So popping in a couple of those chipboard pieces now. Lovely. Oh, a few more to stick down yet. Just a little bit. And there you go. Oh, there we go. Now we're almost finished. Lovely. So you can see how I want things to sit. I haven't stuck them down yet, but that's okay. I'll make sure I'm really happy before I do any more. So that last piece of foliage going in now. On it goes. I think that piece was quite delicate. I was worried it was going to lift. And before I glue anything else down now, I will have to sort of work out how my photo is going to sit in there and not collapse through the center, because of course I'm going to pop those chipboard pieces underneath. So going to position them in first, make sure I'm happy with where they're sitting. And there we go, there's one. And aren't these chipboards fantastic, by the way? Like, it's really hard to tell the difference between them and the fussy cut pieces. Like, they're just coordinated so perfectly. Everything works really, really well. And I love the dimension they get. Like, they're obviously, in real life, they're quite, just have that little bit of pop to them because they've got a bit of height and just enough interest without actually being obvious. They're really subtle and, yeah, they coordinate beautifully. So, popping them in. Now I can pull my photo out. And thinking about where exactly that's going to sit, and I'll add some foam tape through the sections where it's not going to be supported with the chipboard. Very important to me that my photos don't collapse or bow in the centres. We don't want any dips in our albums. There we go. Lovely. And now that that's in, I can pop that title in, which of course very aptly says "Live Your Dream," but ballet is her dream, and she's quite the beautiful ballerina. She's lovely to watch perform. Just popping up those leaves, adding that dimension that I was talking about. It's subtle, but it's pretty. And, you know, it's such a delicate page. Why wouldn't you have delicate highlights throughout? So getting the rest of those chipboard pieces on now. Lots of hearts. It's a bit of a heart page, really, isn't it? Hearts and florals. What more could a girl want? There we are. And on with those hearts now. Make sure I'm happy with them. It's really pretty, isn't it? As I said before, such a simple design, but when papers and embellishments are this gorgeous, sometimes pulling back is all you need because your photo stands out so well with them, and they do all the hard work for you. Like, it's just a delight to create with this collection. That's what I can say, is a delight. I've really enjoyed it. So that's the base really, and just some finishing touch pieces coming in now. So of course those are wooden epoxy stickers. Couldn't wait to use these. These are so pretty. And I love by adding just that little hint of wood to the page, it just helps to balance all that crisp blue and white. I think it's lovely to have a monochromatic page, but we do need to add a little warmth and balance, and this is just subtle enough. It's just lovely. So really delicate, really, yeah, just a nice little pop of warmth to this such a cool page. There we go, and one more, because as you know, of course, I have to do things in 3s or 5s. And there we go. Lovely. And just making sure I'm happy. I think that that's pretty much it for me in terms of the big embellishments. I do look at the clear stickers, and there's certainly some I could use, but I don't think the layout needs it. I do want to add some alphas, of course, though. And despite originally thinking I was going to pop a big title or curve a title around the heart, I end up avoiding doing that. So I've cut all that footage out because it was, again, very exciting for me yeah, you really didn't want to watch it. So coming in and just adding a few little XOs, because it's a heart page. It's all about the love of her ballet, the love of her dreams. Just seemed a perfect fit. So on they go. And you'll notice I don't actually press them down until I'm really happy with them. I do like to move things around quite a bit. So even when I think they're set, yeah, look, see, I start to move things and all. And these are quite good. As long as you don't press hard, they did move quite easily for me. But once I pressed them down, they were very much stuck. So yeah, a really good quality puffy sticker there. Look, that one just in a bit closer. There we are. And I love that. It just brings the black from the background trim paper back in to all that blue as well. So we get that balance from the original pattern paper to the wreath as well. And just a last little finishing touch. I didn't want to add too much colour, as I said, because it does already have that gorgeous watercolour appearance to it. But just a few splatters in a pretty soft blue, tiny bit of colour. There we go. And that's pretty much my layout. I hope you've had fun watching with me today. I've got lots of gorgeous pictures coming up, so please stay on just a moment. I will have direct links to this gorgeous new collection in the description box below. If you have any questions or comments about my process today or this collection, please don't hesitate to pop them below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already, press the like and subscribe buttons and have a wonderful, happy arty days. Thank you. Bye.